philosophy of Visalis is to impact people on all levels of life, health, and prosperity. And you know, it's not so much a sentence. I mean, every decision we make as a company, every story that you hear, every event that we throw, everything we do falls underneath that umbrella. And when we talk about life, we talk about life experiences. Being able to do this, being able to hang out in Central Park on I don't even know what day it is. What is today?
I don't even know. Wednesday,
Wednesday, on a Wednesday. Be able to hang out in Central Park on a Wednesday, or to be able to
not even know what day of the week it is.
To not know what day of the week. Yeah, to be able to go on cruises, vacations, life experiences. So Visalis likes to throw trips, vacations, award things so that you can create life experiences that you wouldn't normally have outside of the company. Number two, health. I think that's pretty obvious. It's either getting better, it's getting worse, and we want to make sure that people are getting better. And then three, prosperity to us is threefold. Yes, it's about making money, but it's also about teaching other people how to succeed financially, creating entrepreneurs. And then last segment of prosperity is teaching people what to do with that money and how to give back, contribute, and to be philanthropic. So that's life, health, and prosperity. That's the company's mission, and it's been a very powerful thread throughout everything we do.
Yeah, I think one of the greatest rewards, though, is to, help someone find something within themselves that they did not know existed. Sometimes it takes another person looking at you and saying, "Do you know how much talent you have? Do you know, how much influence you have over others? Do you know how many people that you can go out there and help?" And for a lot of people, maybe they weren't raised in a family atmosphere that was encouraging, or they never worked on a team toward a common goal. And that to me is awesome, to develop a belief inside of someone that they didn't have before, and then to help them achieve their dreams in this business and live a completely different lifestyle because of it. And truthfully, for a lot of people, I think that's called leadership. But for a lot of people, that we've worked with, they didn't even know that existed inside of them until they found this community.
Well, everyone joins Visalis for a different reason, right? Everyone has a different purpose, a different hot button, a different thing that excites them or relates to them the most. And that's the cool thing about the industry and what we do, is there's so many different attributes that stand out, and you can pick the one that you latch on the most. For me, my driver, so people ask me this all the time, why do you still get up in the morning and work around the clock? And the first thing I say to them is, do I work around the clock or do I never work? Because I don't really feel like I'm working. Yes, I'm doing conference calls, I'm meeting with people, but it doesn't feel like work. I think when you love what you do, it's not work. I think work is a painful word that is attached to doing something that you don't enjoy. However, why I do what I do is because my passion of those three pillars is creating entrepreneurs, no doubt about it. End of story. And what I would call unplugging people from the matrix. Right? And if you've seen the first Matrix, you know what reference point I'm making. And
I was one of the people he unplugged from the matrix of corporate.
She still has the metal thing in the back of her head, but I was willing to overlook that when we became boyfriend and girlfriend. It's a little bit troublesome when she takes a bath, but other than that,
Ew.
A couple electric shocks. No, seriously, coming from a very blue-collar, middle-class family, I literally, and you'll think this is exaggerating, I did not know that business ownership was an option. I had no idea that you could even own a business. So I thought the way out of mediocrity and I call it Groundhog's Day. If you've seen the movie, same day over and over and over again. Get up, go to work, come home, watch TV, eat dinner, watch TV, go to bed Monday. Get up, go to work, come home, watch TV, eat dinner, watch TV, go to bed Tuesday. All the way through till Saturday. Everyone's excited on Saturday, have a great time, and then wake up Sunday miserable because the whole thing repeats itself. And my escape was going to be sports, professional baseball, and then I found entrepreneurship. And somebody unplugged me, right? And I know that there's millions and millions and millions of people out there that don't even know that they can do it, or like Ashley said, just need to be told that they can do it. And my absolute mission in life is to unplug as many people from the matrix as I can. And my secondary thing that excites me outside of creating entrepreneurs, not just in business, but in life, is health and fitness. So to be able to accomplish my first goal by getting people healthy and in shape, I couldn't ask for a better industry to participate in, or a better lifestyle.
Right, and I think, you know, one of the neatest things that I've really seen in our, you know, other couples that we're working with, our other teammates, is that, you know, in a large way, this industry and our company is really redefining, you know, the typical cultural role of a woman and a man in a relationship. And, you know, a lot of people think, oh gosh, you know, the woman should, you know, take care of the kids and should stay at home and cook dinner and clean. And, you know, some of that is just so old school now. And to live this lifestyle where we're young and we're in love and we get to travel together and work together and, you know, have 3 different homes in 3 different areas of the country that, you know, we just decide where we want to go and when we want to go there and who we want to go there with. And, you know, there's no such thing as this, you know, standard role in our relationship anymore. We're truly, you know, equals. And, you know, at the same time, we get to learn from each other as we work together and toward a common goal. And that's just awesome. I've never experienced this before, and, you know, life is good.
Now, when I say defining unplugging, I don't mean waking people up to what's possible. I mean literally getting them out of their jobs. I mean getting them to the point where they're making so much money in our business where they can fire their boss, just like Ashley did, write a resignation letter and say, hey, I am never coming back to work again. Very nice to know you, but
so
ciao.
Empowering.
We call it, it's called calling in well. One day you wake up, you call in, and you say, I'm not coming in today, or any day after this. Say, what's wrong? Are you sick? You say, no, I feel great. I'm just never coming in again. That's calling in well. And that's unplugging someone from the matrix. I believe for most of them, the majority of them, once they get to that level, they're stuck. And when I say they're stuck, you can't unknow entrepreneurship. Once you know the world exists, you cannot unknow it. And there are some that have a turn for the worse in business and have to take a temporary job, but they know once you're a full-time entrepreneur making enough money to pay for your bills, you know you will never go back to that life of trading time for money and being told when to go to the bathroom and told when to eat your lunch. And you might, if your business takes a turn for the worse in any business, have to go back for a small time period. And it's funny because I've had people that their businesses have been less successful at times, and what we call it is, you know, hey, I got to go take on a project. You know, if they need to go back to work for 6 months, they know it's just buying them 6 months, 12 months with a stable income to go build their business back up so that they can, you know, exit again. Because once you know, and there's no turning around.
Yeah, once you've tasted freedom, real freedom, I mean, not having to set your alarm because you can just wake up when you're done sleeping. That's awesome.
I still set the alarm on my phone. She doesn't. I have an ongoing joke that there's I can count on one hand the amount of times she's been up before me since we met. So I'm her alarm clock.
But for me, that's one of those, like, you know, middle finger to corporate America. For me, that reminds me every morning that I don't have to wake up at 6:30 or 7 and put on a suit. I mean, that is just freedom. And, you know, my mom asked me yesterday, I was getting my nails done. You can see they're kind of crazy. She was like, you know, why do you do things like that? And I tell her, because I can. Because I'm not in corporate America anymore. I can express whatever sense of style or, you know, whatever emotion that I'm feeling that day. I can be me. I don't have to, you know, be like this robot who just says yes and no to the boss and tries to climb this, you know, illusionary ladder. And it's just, this is real freedom.
Now there is, you know, so the question was, do people, you know, relapse? And I'd say for the most part, no. They might have to go back because their business is not doing well, but they'll never relapse mentally once they get a taste of freedom, like you said. One of the big challenges, though, is once somebody does get out of their job, is getting them to be as effective with their time. Because now they don't know what the hell to do with their life, right? They're like, whoa, there's nobody telling me when to make calls. There's nobody telling me when to be at my desk. There's nobody telling me I gotta go visit these 20 doctors. And this is a major culture shock for a lot of new entrepreneurs that now have 24 hours in a day, 7 days a week, and they end up wasting so much time, so ineffective, so little results. And the hardest part is when somebody tricks themselves into thinking they're spending all this time working when all they're doing is spending a lot of time shuffling papers.
Busy work.
That's the hardest part about creating a full-time entrepreneur, I think.
Yeah, it's a discipline.
How was your transition?
It was difficult. I mean, I think you hit the nail on the head there. I mean, it wasn't like, you know, the day after I fired my boss, I woke up and had my perfect day planned out where every single hour I was doing what we call, you know, a
IGA?
Yeah, income generating activity. You know, I was doing a lot of, you know, stuff online or
create my profile,
ads on Craigslist, and you know, I certainly figured out quickly that in order to maintain that income, you know, that enabled me to leave corporate, that I really had to, you know, me personally, I had to create an Excel spreadsheet with an hour for breakfast, an hour for working out, an hour for conference calls, an hour. I mean, I really needed to do that. I needed that structure because I was used to that in corporate America.
That's the hardest part, no doubt about it, is if you can find a disciplined person that will do the work, it's then showing them how to be disciplined in their business once they're out of their job.
Yeah.
So, love this industry.